So I have an example of conflict from my workplace, and it's a conflict that's pretty ongoing and is something that I've had to deal with for a year or two. So I work in HR at our organization, and I deal with conflict with managers a lot because I have to kind of mediate when a staff person is upset at their supervisors and vice versa. And for this one manager, basically like 80% of her team has complained or reported that she is difficult to work with. A manager sometimes has a bad temper. And so when I first started working at my organization, I was really intimidated by her. In terms of dealing with the conflict, I was pretty avoidant because I didn't feel like I had enough confidence to approach her. But then as time has gone on and had a little bit more of a relationship, I decided that we needed to officially give her the feedback and try to work with her to come up with solutions. So, in terms of dealing with that conflict, my goal was to, I guess, compromise and figure out ways that she could be a better supervisor, and then also figure out ways that she could and her staff could work better with her. But then in the process of giving feedback and through that conflict, she was very adverse to receiving the feedback and genuinely didn't see where the feedback was coming from. And so I think then it became more of a competing situation where she really was putting in a lot of effort to get her side across and kind of counteract all of the feedback. And then I also then became competing in that we started to get in a little bit of like contentious conversations where we would go back and forth on our points. And that was pretty unproductive because we basically were coming from two different sides and we are never going to agree on the issue. So since then, it's been something we work on an ongoing level. When the opportunity comes up, I try to revisit that feedback and kind of reaffirm that feedback when other examples or situations come up so that she's aware and starts to listen and listen to the feedback. And I guess it's starting to become more resolved now. And although I'm not accommodating to her in that I'm not telling her that she's right for her staff management style, I'm accommodating in terms of instead of kind of seeing it as a win-lose situation where she's wrong and I just need to try to get her to understand that. I'm approaching it in terms of accommodating her in terms of just how everybody needs to work on better management skills, and I try to incorporate just kind of growth into the feedback so that she doesn't see it as criticism and more as support. So it's an ongoing conflict, but definitely something I'm learning a lot from in the workplace. Thank you.